Well, we're back live here at the Central Broward Regional Park, and a small matter of 56 to get for victory. The California Bears, and they are opening with Sunil Narain, the TKR of spinner, and let's see how they go about their business. And the West Indies and the California Bears captain Andre Fletcher. This delivery played away on the onside, and there is no run. Let me immediately welcome a friend of mine out of Chicago, a cricketer here in the United States, Amit Patel. This one is hit away, and that's Boca exquisite six. Immediately, Andre Fletcher is going about his business. Welcome, Amit.
Hey, thank you. It's amazing. The ground and the field, and the view from the commentary box. Something I've never seen before. So, good to have me in here. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. I know you've done so much for cricket across in Chicago. Recently, I saw you play there, and you lost the final of the Unity Cup. This delivery way outside the off stump is called a wide. But looking on at the performance this morning, the spinners they got generous turn out there, and 55 all out. The Kings 11.
Yeah. So most of the guys from Kings 11 are from Chicago, and I have seen them play. They're one of the really good teams, but probably we don't really play on the turf. So that's probably the lack of the experience playing on the turf. Probably didn't play well with them. But otherwise, this is a very good team, and there are a bunch of guys, who've been playing together on the same team in our league as well. So
I guess from this experience, it can only be a positive one. Definitely, they might go down here at 11 without loss. Andre Fletcher gets back and punches it away again through cover. He's going to go for one, probably turn now, come back for two. Fletcher and Narain opening the batting 13 without loss. Now, here's a situation where Amit is saying that the Kings 11, they normally play on AstroTurf, and now having to adjust to the normal pitch here at the Central Broad Regional Park, the turf. This is muscled away. True cover for four. The score 17 without loss. Andre Fletcher given the room, clearing the levers, and a pleasant shot indeed for four. He struck it with awesome power. But Amit, I think the guys will take from this learning experience, because you're playing on turf, but you're coming up against a team with big name players like Andre Fletcher and Sunil Narain, just to name a few. Shazam Babwa, who took the wickets earlier on, he played for Trinidad and Tobago. Akil Hussein plays for the Barbados Tridents in the CPL. And Mark Dial played for the TNT Red Steel back in the day. He played in the Global T20 in Canada. So added to that, they're coming up against some world stars, and I think this experience can only help them.
oh yeah, and definitely, that's the beauty of US Open. I mean, player like Sunil Narayan. Back in the days, I would never think of seeing him, or some of the guys that I've been playing with. They got chance to play against Sunil Narayan. Something that would happen only in US Open, and that's a big opportunity. You get so much from playing in such tournaments. You get tons of experience, and look at this outfield is so fast. Something players from Chicago are getting used to it.
Yes, and that's true. I came to the Unity Cup. maqtv covered the Unity Cup, and yes, and you all have to basically go over the top to get value for runs, because the grass, I know the county normally allows only for a certain level. The grass has to be a certain level. So the ball was actually slowing down. You couldn't play a nice, lovely cover drive like Andre Fletcher did in the last over. So we're going to continue here as Gill is bowling. And this delivery is played away on the onside. Sul Narayan, he's off the mark. 18 without loss, and you're hearing the voice of Amit Patel. He is in studios here with us at the Central Broward Regional Park. He's from the Kings 11, so it's not his mood. I think will mirror that of the weather this morning. It's very outside the off some driven over cover. I think that has gone all the way. Has it? No, it's four. One bounce into the boundary for four, but it's cricket, and your guys. I think it'll do well for them just to rub shoulders with these international stars.
And I know definitely, and as you said, right? I was looking at the scorecard and I was like, no way, the Kings 11, the guys I've seen them for last few years, and but as you said, right? Like you're playing against the Nareen, Fletcher, all those big names. There are players from West Indies, Trinidad. You said there are players from other places as well playing first class cricket.
Well, this is Fletcher up in the air and he is out. Fletcher has been dismissed. A lovely catch there. The fielder at a backward point, just running around to his left. That one was swirling in the air. It went up very high. And Andre Fletcher goes 22 now for one. He leaves for 20. I think at least the Kings 11 boys, they will have a chat about that later on. A wonderful catch by your fielder at down at short third man. Sorry, at mid-off.
And definitely, the Sikandar will be very happy about it. And now he got the bragging rights that he got Andrew Fletcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the value, that's the beauty of this tournament. And now your guy Sikanda, is it? He can go back and boast to everyone in Chicago who's willing to listen to him that he sent back Andrew Fletcher very easily. He would not let them know that Andrew Fletcher was dismissed for 20 of 7 deliveries, but he let them know that he dismissed him.
Yeah, he would definitely tell them that he got him out on the second ball. And one of the other things I think what I'm seeing here, from last 1 over that Kings 11 has fielded, the ball comes to you very fast in the outfield than what it used to be or what it is in Chicago because of the grass. And I think that's another thing I think players will have to adjust to, because there we get enough time to get behind the ball and field it. Here in a flash of second, the ball will go through you if you're not paying attention. So you got to be quick.
That's a good assessment there of the conditions here at Central Broad Regional Park. Of course, this facility is a world-class facility here, and we've seen world-class cricket come to this venue again down the leg side by Gill. So the score 24 for 1. Sunil Narain just allowing 2 deliveries to go by, biding his time. Wide call belatedly there by the umpire. So Gildes, the left hand right hand combination, giving him some problems. Aaron plays it around the corner. There's a single now for him. This thing coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Gill is down the leg side again. I think someone needs to go up to the young man and have a word with him. Amit, I think at this point in time, what he needs to be trying to do is to push the ball across the left hander. And that is he's not doing that at the moment. Keon Otley, who recently starred for the combined campuses and colleges in the domestic tournament in the West Indies. And they actually won the Super 50 title. He's an explosive batsman, Otley. Loud appeal, not out is the umpire. 27 for 1. Otley yet to score. Narayan is on 2. With me in studio this morning, Amit Patel. And Amit, how are things in Chicago these days as far as the cricket is concerned?
So, it's winter time, so actually there is no cricket at this point of time. We've been missing this cricket, and that's probably why. It's perfect time to be here. It's December. It's pretty cold weather, snow, and here, we come beautiful 70-degree weather, lush green outfield. It's a heaven for cricketers.
And you can see the pleasure in the face of Amit speaking about that. Of course, he being one of the budding cricketers across there in Chicago, and took his team. He was actually captain and took his team to the final of the Chicago Unity Cup. Just outside the off stump, so then Narayan plays it away to cover. Back to offside field, a mid-off, and squares cover, regulation cover, man at point, backward point, and a very straight mid-off as well. So they're looking to attack outside the off stump. Just 2 guys on the leg side, one on the long on boundary, and one just to the left of the umpire, and have now strengthened that onside field, but that would not prevent this delivery from going straight down to. In fact, actually, that one struck the boundary ropes, and it has been signaled 6 by the umpire. 33 now for 1, and Otley and Narayan taking the attack now. Narayan is on 8. Remember, they're chasing just 56 to win this game, the first game on day 2 against the Kings 11. And Amit, tell us a bit about this bowler, Bhatti.
So, Sunny Bhatti, he has played some level of competitive cricket back in India. Um, you know, um, if I remember correctly, I think he played for one of the state in India. It's called Haryana, and I have seen him play this year. This guy is pretty good. He's not just a good bowler, but a really good batsman as well. And I have seen him, changing the course of the game, which is bowling or batting. But as I said, right, like these guys are here. We've been not playing on the turf, so I think they're learning a lot from playing this game. And then, as you said, right, like playing against the big names, right, it gives you the experience that how they're hitting the ball, right, like the areas where you think you're pretty strong at, but some of this really good batsmen like Noreen and Fletcher come in and hits you, all around, and that kind of gives you the experience. And I'm sure when you go back, or when these guys, will be back in Chicago, they will have, different experience of playing against the big names, and that would really be handy, in future.
Well, whilst you were speaking, Narayan struck another exquisite Boca 6, and the score is now 39 for 1, and that's the value of the US Open. You're listening now to Amit Patel speak about it. This is whipped away through the onside for 4. So Narayan has taken a liking to Bhatti's bowling, and Bhatti 16 runs so far in the over of his 5 deliveries, 43 for 1. Partnership of 21 so far. I think the Kings 11 will. It's almost impossible to pull this one out of the hat. Bhatti Narayan peels off the outer half of the bat. All the luck going the way of the California Bears. This is going to go down to the boundary for 4. 20 runs in the over. And at the end of over number 3, the score is 47 for 1, the California Bears. And Sunil Narayan is on 22 of 8 deliveries, and Keon Otley is yet to score. Tell us about some of the players we can look forward to seeing in this team, and moving forward.
To start with, I know Bhatti, who just bowled this last over. He's pretty good. Sikandar Gill is good. I'm surprised, the Roop has not bowled yet. He's the veterans of our cricket in Chicago. He can, move the ball both ways. I have seen him bowl his best, a few years back, and even now, once in a while he'll come back and he'll just surprise you with his deliveries. See, something like this, right? You see that you've been to Chicago, right? And some of the shots, what the batsman just played, would not even go past 30 yards because the thick grass and all. So basically, these guys are adjusting to the length that they should be bowling to this batsman because if we something even the last shot from Nareen, right? It was a miss hit, but still it went to four on third man, and that's probably we would not see happening in Chicago. So this is something these guys will learn that what length they should be bowling to.
Yes, well, that's the end of the game, and Keon Otley finishing with a big six, 57 for one. The California Bears, they have easily won their game. They have won by 9 wickets, and congratulations to them as we look forward to further action during the course of the day. We want to thank you for joining us for this very early game this morning, a very short game at it as well, and we urge you to stick with us here as we provide coverage of the matches for the remainder of today.